Good morning, everybody. It is 7:11 in the morning. The sun's rising. I didn't want to point y'all at the sun because that would kind of hurt your eyes, but a little off to the side, you know, we're at the beach again, at the lake beach anyway. I'm at a different spot because there's a guy fishing where I was practicing yesterday. No problem, you know, this is what it is. It's a good time to fish. It's nice and cool out right now. Like probably mid 70s. That's cool enough for Florida. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to be dealing with the sand gnats again. I'm testing to see if they're worse right before the sun's fully risen or after. I'm kind of testing that. That was one thing I didn't think of when I decided to do it out here, was the sand gnats. That's the one thing I didn't account for. I didn't realize, I don't really go to a beach enough to think about sand gnats. So, yeah, if the sand gnats are really, really bad in this video, I'll probably move back up to the pavilion where I was. If they're not so bad, I won't worry about it, but I'll make that decision probably today or tomorrow, something like that. So, I'm actually worried a little bit today, because not only is it 2 new people I've never met, really 3, one of them is fishing, and I know my dad fishes, and if you are real loud while you're fishing, the fish will be scared away. So I'm hoping he doesn't come over here and ask me to stop playing. He's pretty far away, so maybe he'll be alright. Usually has to do with like vibrations in the boat, because I usually fish in a boat, not on the shore. But you know, there's always a chance that he's not a fan. There's like 2 people sleeping up there as well. I'm a bit sleepy myself, actually. That's just because I got off of work. I was doing good today. I'm just tired because I didn't get as much sleep as I liked, and I pretty much ran for my first 4 hours off caffeine. But that's why I was so fast. I think what I'm realizing now is the only reason I get to be fast is the days I drink caffeine, and any day I don't drink caffeine, I'm slow. That's not always the case, but that's usually the case, is I drink some caffeine. Monster, usually. Just one. I don't need 2. It's enough to give me a light boost. So, without giving me like a crash. I'm just sleepy all the time, so this is normal. If you can't hear me at any time in this video, let me know. It's not an audio problem. I'm just curious to see what the audio was like out here on the beach. I'm pretty sure sand might be even more absorbent than like trees and grass and stuff. So if it's not more absorbent, it's more reflective, which is also interesting to think about. But yeah, so we're gonna decide today whether or not we stay on the beach. I'd like to stay on the beach. The only issue is I don't think to bring my flip-flops out here, and I'd pointed at the ground where my shoes have been, but I'm not gonna do that because I took a long time setting up the camera today. So yeah, y'all just gonna have to believe me when I say I slipped around a lot. I didn't fall over, thankfully, and the sand is nice and wet because it just rained, so at least it's a little easier to walk on than it was yesterday. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for today. If I'm asked to leave, I likely will not come back because for one, that will mean 3 trips back and forth to here, which the reason it's 3 is because I'm also going to the gym today. And my little brothers don't like to stay with me while I practice, so either I would make them bring some swimming clothes, or I have to come back 3 times, and I'm just simply not going to do that. Gas is too expensive for me to do something silly like that. So I will just have a short practice. That's not a big deal. The G series has been pretty simple so far. Only struggled a little bit, which is normal. It's going pretty fast. So yeah, Tuesday, I think it's Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Doing good today. I'm feeling good. Been in a good mood all day, so that's nice. Yeah. He's slowly moving that way down the coast, and I think that might be a good thing for me. The farther he moves, the less I'm going to affect his fishing. I don't even know that I'll affect it from here. I really don't know the science behind all that. But I don't know, he looks like he's having fun. So, no! Oh, God, I dropped it in the sand. Thankfully nothing came off. I was on the bottle because it's not cold, so it's not condensating, so it's not a bunch of sand on the water, or on the, yeah, but you get the idea. So far only a few gnats, which is normal. We're gonna press on. All right, today we're gonna do the pentatonic scale major. We're gonna do the whole tone scale, and we're gonna try to do all of the triads. And we're gonna get to the absolute worst triad of them all today. That's gonna be our fun activity today. Is you're gonna learn the worst triad ever. I'm not gonna spoil it. It's for later in the video. I'm not gonna tell you when. You're gonna find out. So yeah, a little nice warm-up scale with the pentatonic scale. We'll start there. Actually, before I start, I have to swap pockets because my water bottle's too long. I'm putting it in my pocket because I don't know anywhere to set it. The only thing I have to set things on is currently where my camera's at and my phone. I have to set all my stuff up there. That's also why you hear the metronome a lot more clearly, because like an idiot I set it up on the microphone side. I don't want to move it in case it falls over. So y'all just gonna have to deal with it today. Yeah. Not happy about that either, trust me. Pockets have been stretchy all day, but I can't fit my hands in them anymore. I don't even know. I just suck, I guess. Tired. I'm sleepy and I want to go to bed. That's why. So, hopefully, I won't have any interruptions today. Y'all might have noticed in the other one I made a large cut out of the video. I exaggerated a little bit how long that was. It was really more like 5 minutes, but I figured y'all didn't want to just sit there while I was doing something else. So I cut that bit out, and I also didn't want to be disrespectful to that family. I know how the climate is on YouTube nowadays, where like even one thing said slightly wrong might be taken way out of proportion, and I'm a bit socially awkward. I don't know the right things to say, and I don't want to be canceled. At 41 subscribers. We are at 41 now. We passed 40. Good for us. So yeah, I just, I don't really say anything controversial, but something might be misinterpreted because I'm also not very good at speaking English. Y'all saw that yesterday too. Anyway, so we'll tighten this up a little bit. Yeah. Slow it down. Oh yeah, really? I'm working on tenor because that's the one I play the least. We got something going. 88. Yeah. All right, back at the starting tempo because we just needed to figure out how the scale worked. Yeah. 96. I'm sorry if it's like so up close and personal. I don't have any way to lower it. Currently, the camera is set on. Let me see what the sign says real quick. It's behind it. Warning: alligators and snakes in area. Do not feed the wildlife. Use caution near water. I'm on the alligator sign, so it's the only place I could find to set up my camera, and it's somewhere y'all could actually see me. So, yeah. That's good. All of a sudden, 100. Working on the timing. I could get the notes. I just need to play them faster. I don't know why I'm not playing them faster. Oh well. Stupid. Like, look how big this water bottle is. That fits in my pocket, but only just barely. I have to like shove it in there. And it feels like a bulge on the side of my leg. It's awful. Like, I'd show it to y'all, but I can't because I'd have to walk like all the way down there. There we go. There we go. 112. This one's gonna be nice and quick to get through. The next one, maybe not. Well, the next one we've already done, kind of. Go on, fly. Yeah. One of these days I'm gonna kill one of them. I'm gonna be happy. Anyway, 116. There we go. 120. sucking down this water right now. I might not have any left by the time I get to the end. Whoa. Why is it doing that? Read's on right. That was just weird. That was good enough. We're gonna move on. Whole tone scale. Yay, everybody's favorite. Yeah. Or just slow that a little bit down. Just that last bit. We're not going to do the whole thing this slow, but we're going to do that last little bit. Going in eighths, so we're at 76 for this last bit. Whoa. 92. We're back. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. 96. My face burning? I feel like my face is burning. That's not good. Water 100. Sorry, there's something on my screen. Just making sure it wasn't a crack. It's something else. I don't know what that was. It looked like a dead bug or something, like I squished it in my screen. Which if it was good, it needed to be squished. Hot. Anyway. Far less hot than yesterday, but also yesterday I was doing this about 2 hours later. So, 7:30. Oh, burped. I didn't like that very much. It's kind of like ventilator or something. It's starting to get hot. Okay. You know what's really funny about this scale? We're gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. That's not the bad one. That wasn't the surprise, ladies and gentlemen. We've already seen that one. That was the F one as well. You've already seen this. No, there's more to this suffering. Yes, there is more. Y'all don't even know yet. Y'all haven't even seen the worst one to do yet. You haven't even got there. We're like a few exercises away. It's the going down, not the up. The down part's the easy part, or the hard part. The up is easy. I'll show you what's happening there, just for you who weren't paying attention to my S series. So when I hit those last two notes, the ba ba da 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 da, it's I have to slide from here to here, like that. There's no good way to do that. You just have to force it. And sometimes when you're playing, that's not so easy. In fact, every time you're playing, it's not so easy. It's one of the most difficult technical challenges on the saxophone. It's not the crazy flies you hear all the saxophonists doing. It's that. That's the hardest part. That is the hardest part to get correct every single time. And there's one that's worse than that. That's the weird part. There's a thing that's worse than that. You're gonna find out what it is. You would think it'd be easier. No, it's worse. It's worse in every way. You're about to find out why. It's a surprise for the end video. That time I got it. I just didn't put enough air through the horn to make the notes come out right. I'm mad. I'm mad at the scale. I hate it. I hate it so much. It's gonna get worse. Somehow I got that with the gnat on my face. Look at that. In fact, we're gonna go up. Just because I want to keep things interesting, huh? I'm gonna try to get this up to 120, but if we hit 30 minutes in this video and I still ain't got there, we're just gonna stop at whatever it is I'm on. So, I only got 4 minutes till I gotta do that. Whoa! But immediately fell on his hand. It's drying up now that the sun's coming out. Why am I getting it now, but not at the slower speed? What is wrong? I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense, but we're gonna move on because it's working. Anyway. You know, with my luck, this is probably the speed we're gonna stop at. It's 108. If you're keeping track. So, really, I should be keeping track, but I just keep forgetting to. In a perfect world, all of these would be to 120. I wouldn't have to keep track because I could just remember, oh yeah, 120. Easy. Yeah. If I somehow manage to make it through all of the series, I'm probably going to take everything up to 132. It's not that much farther, but it's actually significantly more difficult. You know how in like sound, like it's measured in hertz, and instead of rising like a line, it rises exponentially, like how loud it is? Kind of the same. Actually, it's more like this. That's kind of the same idea here. The faster you go, the harder it gets exponentially. I don't know why that's the case. You would think it's not the case, but that's the reason you start when you're at a slow speed, because that that difficulty curve ain't so bad once you practice slowly. I don't know why it's like that, for me anyway. Might not be for you when you start practicing. Go practice. After you're done with this, of course. Either way. Get away from my bug bites, bugs. I've already been bitten. Leave me alone. Oh, that's why. It's because it's actually not going the way I want it to. It's just being sloppy. That really calls for me to go take it down to 60 again and just keep doing that. But I want to practice in an hour and then leave. And that's all I want to do. I don't want to stay here till 8:45 p.m. I want to be out of here, man. It's hot. I still have to go to the gym. Like, I got things to do today, man. I can't be sitting on this scale all day. In fact, we're gonna move on. What are we at? Oh, look at that. It was 108. I was right. Major arpeggio. Lord have mercy on all of our souls. As I practice the arpeggios. Our fate is coming upon us, friends. We're not there yet, but we're gonna do that soon. There we go. Oh, it wasn't I'm doing it right. That's okay. It was at 93 instead of 92. That's why I felt weird, actually. There we go. 100. No. It gives me the option to play like beats from songs, except that I have to be subscribed to the premium version of the app in order to do it. But it has the option in the regular version of the app, so it swaps me over when I don't hit it right. It's stupid. I think personally, phone apps should not have any of the premium features listed in the options until after you pay for premium. It should give you the options when you go to look at premium, but it shouldn't just have them. Like, you shouldn't be able to see what premium people get to do unless you go and, you know, like specifically look for it. You should just have the app, right? Am I crazy for thinking that? I feel like I'm not, you know. Of course, sooner or later we're not even gonna have physical copies of games, so what do I know? But I'm trying to scoot my underwear down my butt because for whatever reason it's been riding up all day. So I've now got like a lump of underwear right where my belt is. And it likes to slowly rise. It's awful. There we go. 104. $108. $112. $116. See, that one's easy. I've been doing that one forever. Since I've been playing in middle school, we got. Yeah. Since that pattern, I've been doing that one forever. It's so easy at this point. It should be easy on all the scales, but no, that'd be too easy. Yeah. There we go. All right. So, minor arpeggio. So, I'm going to let y'all in on a little saxophone fun fact, a little saxophone secret. You see those 5 buttons right there? Usually I have my fingers on the second one, the fourth one, and the fifth one. Well, this third one here is called the B flat key. And all I'm going to change when I play this arpeggio, usually it's bam, 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 yeah, like something like that. I'm going to slide my finger down like this and just do the exact same thing. So actually, as a little experiment, just out of curiosity, I'm going to bump it up to 120 already. We're going to go from here. The only thing that changes is the bottom note, which becomes instead of like that. So that's the only thing that really changes. I might have to practice that, but honestly, that's not really that much difficult. That's not really any more difficult than the other one was. I just have to remember that it's that one and not the other one. See, easy. So we're gonna move on. That's literally it. That's the only arpeggio you really can do at 4, just because it's the only one where that's the third note. That's a fun trick to know for all of you saxophonists out there. You can just do that. It's that easy. Saxophone is easy. Saxophone's not easy. Saxophone's easy. Next. This is what I was talking about, ladies and gentlemen. The doom. The doom has started. We have started dooming. I was thinking about playing it first and kind of letting y'all hear what that was gonna be like. But I'm not going to. I'm just gonna go ahead and spoil the surprise a little bit. You remember earlier in the whole 10 scale where we were doing that? You see those two little rollers right there? I want you to notice there's not one right there. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna be doing this now. Yeah. That's what we're doing. That's the next This one sucks. I hate this one. This one legitimately was the bane of my existence when I started my first semester in college. I'm talking G series was easy. I was just flying through it, and then all of a sudden, bam, diminished arpeggio. And the worst part is, it's not even the last time we have to do this. We have to do this on the minor arpeggio in B flat, which is the next series, by the way. Diminished one as well. Minor half and full diminished B flat. Also in this series, we still have to do the half and full diminished arpeggios. We have to do them again. Then we have to do them later down the line. We're just gonna have to keep doing this arpeggio. It's gonna spring up at the worst possible time. Just when you think you're safe, it's gonna pop up. It always does. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere else it pops up that will be kind of immediate. D, E flat, A. Actually, it won't appear again for a little while. But yeah, that's legitimately the worst transition in all of fingerings. It's terrible. Some saxophones now, like modern ones, they have what's called a little, like a bar right here, and it keeps these together when you play them, rather than what mine do, which is that. You might not do, yeah. So I can actually fit my finger through there. And that was my pointer finger. My pinky finger is even smaller and therefore easier to fit through that crack. It is actually worse on my alto for some reason, but this one has the same problem. And that is I can fit my pinky comfortably in that hole right there. Meaning that somehow I have to be forceful and somehow light at the same time when I do that transition, or I'm not gonna get it. We're still gonna start at 92 though, because I feel like torturing myself today. First, we're gonna take a sip of water for good luck, though. It's not gonna help. There is no such thing as luck in the diminished scale. You just have to die. Diminished arpeggios are either really easy or really hard, and this is one of the really hard ones. What was the last one we did? F. F wasn't even that hard compared to what we're about to do. So it was fine. It was okay. It was not that difficult. It was fine. So we can continue to do this fingering, but it's really more efficient to do either this or this. You can't see that. This fingering sucks for sound, so we're probably not going to use it. We're probably still going to do this just so I can actually force myself to learn how to use that fingering more. It's still more efficient than the other one. I'm more used to this one, so we're going to actually play the one I'm not used to. That way I can be more versatile. Yeah, that's how practicing works. All right, here we go. That's why it was weird. We're not doing the full one yet. We're just doing the triad. Yeah. Oh, that's gross too. You know what's really funny about that? I only use my top hand until we go to the bottom. Oh. Yeah, we're slowing this down a lot. We're actually going to slow this all the way down to 60. I know. Y'all thought it would never be done. It's doing right now. Why is it not going down? Let me check my mouthpiece because I didn't really look at it a second ago, but it could be kind of messed up. It's not quite where I want it. It's not terrible though. This could also just be because I'm using an old reed. This reed is only old because I've been using it so much. You're supposed to rotate reeds. The only problem is I only have one. So rotating means I'm still technically rotating one reed. Sorry. I'm a bit broke right now. Actually, I'm not that broke. I could go buy some new reeds. I should go buy some new reeds. Another fun little economy fact for all you saxophonists out there: if you play tenor or Barry, I'm sorry, you've lost. You did it. You screwed up. Sopranos and altos, they get 10 reeds in a box, and that box costs about like $30. You know, I mean, for like a middle schooler, for a high schooler that don't have a job, yeah, that's kind of hard to pay for. You can get some birthday money, but other than that, you really don't have any options, do you? For someone that has a job, that's not so bad, right? Well, for tenor and Barry, it's 5 reeds a box. I don't know why they decided it's 5 reeds a box, but it is. For tenor, that box of reeds costs the exact same as alto reeds. Yeah, for half the reeds, it costs the same amount of money. Like, I think it's $2 less, legitimately. It's not much. Like, that's stupid. It gets worse though. For Barry players, that box of reeds, those five reeds, you know, half of what, you know, your other woodwinds get, $50. Did I mention that Barry is my favorite saxophone? Every time I want to try a new reed, it's $50. Yeah, that's a problem. So they have these wonderful things now. I've talked about it before, but they're called synthetic reeds. For anyone who's broke like me, go get a synthetic reed. That thing will last you longer than an entire box of reeds. Like, way longer. And it'll sound pretty much as good. You don't have to break it in because it's plastic. The only problem is it won't sound as good as a cane reed. It'll be like this close, but you can still hear the difference. But all you beginners out there, don't invest in cane. Go buy a synthetic reed. Your saxophone teacher's not going to hate you if you go get a synthetic reed. We understand. As saxophonists, we understand the struggle. Especially if you're going to play tenor or Barry. But we all understand the struggle, even if you play soprano and alto. Like, go get a synthetic reed. I need to get a synthetic. Actually, I'm going to get a synthetic reed. It's really surprising I haven't. I think the reason is because I actually know that I like these reeds. These cane reeds. For Barry, I have a synthetic reed because it's actually the best reed I can use. All of Barry's cane reeds, there's no such thing as a good Barry reed, which is really a shame because they cost $50. Synthetic reeds are actually cheaper than cane reeds when it comes to Barry, and that's the funniest part. You can pay less money for a reed that lasts longer than an entire box of cane reeds. It's so funny. That's why I have it. For tenor, it's about the same price. Actually, I think the tenor synthetic reed's about as much as the Barry synthetic reed, so about $40, I think. So it's a little bit more money, but it also is going to last a lot longer than an entire box of reeds. And if you don't like the reed, you can send it back and get a full refund. And then get another one for free. Actually, I don't even remember if you have to send it back. I think you can just get a new one. Like, you can get one, say, oh, I don't like this one, and then they'll send you a new one. Like, I don't remember if it's a full refund or if they just send you another one. Like, that's legitimately how good this business model is. You don't have to buy cane reeds anymore. All you double reed players, I apologize, this does not apply to you. I do not know if the synthetic reed for double reeds is as good as the cane reeds. Probably not. That's a relatively new technology for y'all. But for us single reed players, it would be in your benefit to find a synthetic reed that you like. They also come in quarter sizes where cane reeds only come in half sizes. So like you can get a 2.25 rather than a 2.5 or a 2. I use a 3.5, but I really probably could use a 3.75 if I so chose, because I can also use 4s. Don't use a 4 as a beginner. You will just kill your mouth. It is a plank of wood. That's what I like to name my reeds occasionally, and I write on the little plastic sleeves that they come in for Van Doren. They kind of look like this. I like to write on them sometimes. I haven't wrote on this one yet because it's my only one, but I write on them like names. I have in my berry case a Gimpy, because when it came out the box, the reed was shaped like this, and I don't mean long ways. This was the short way. This was there to there. It was shaped like this. Never seen a reed look like that a day in my life. The other one I have in there is named Shorty, and it's because my band director took a size 3 reed and he clipped it about here, so that it would be about the strength of a 3.5, and that's because he didn't stock that size of reeds, because berry reeds are expensive, and he paid for them himself like the goat he was. I will say that was probably one of the best things he ever actually did for us. And that's not a dig or anything. That's a 100% compliment. He had an entire cabinet filled with reeds, like a those Ovidus cabinets that like you push the thing and it slides out. I don't know what it's called. A filing cabinet. It was a filing cabinet shelf, slap full of reeds. I mean, clarinet, saxophone, like it had double reeds in there. Like he was going all out. Now obviously you can't just buy double reeds at the store, but he did, because that's all he really could. But you can, yeah, he had like alto clarinet reeds in there. You ever heard of an alto clarinet? I bet you didn't. If you did, congrats. It's the worst clarinet. Sorry to all of my alto clarinet fans. I feel so sorry for anyone that plays the alto clarinet. It's legitimately the worst designed clarinet. If you think I'm lying to you, go look up a video of the alto clarinet. It plays in the range of a tenor sax, but all of its like ergonomics are whack. Like bass clarinets are cool, regular clarinets are cool, but for whatever reason that middle clarinet, that alto clarinet, terrible. Nothing good about it. It makes, I can't even go at all. It's terrible. I've played one before. They're awful. No matter how good you get one, they're just all bad. Well, anyway, yeah, he had a shelf slap full of reeds, even for saxophones and clarinets no one played, like alto clarinet, or he had soprano sax reeds in there for a good long while. I think he still does, because I think someone still plays it. So like, yeah, he actually had those in there for us, but he took a size 3 berry reed, because that's all the reeds he had, understandably. Some things cost $50 a box, and he clipped it. And when you clip it, it gets shorter, but also gets thicker. And that's why we did that, is so I could have a stronger reed. And since then, I've had a reed in my case named Shorty, because it's short. So, yeah, like I name the bad reeds. I name some of the good ones too, but usually I just name the bad ones, because they're funny, and I keep them around for absolutely no reason whatsoever. I guess if I absolutely need a reed, I'll have Shorty around. So, but yeah, back to the arpeggio. But that was my little spiel. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna practice the augmented one first, and then we'll come back and finish on the diminished one, because it's gonna take me probably 20-30 minutes to do the diminished one by itself. That's how long it will take. So we only have 10 minutes left. Technically, I'm gonna probably take it for another 10, because I had that spiel in the one in the start. So I'll probably take it like to an hour 10. Did y'all see that? There was a fish right there. If y'all weren't paying attention, go back and see it. There was that actual little ripple. It's a fish. I'm not really paying attention because I'm playing, but I'm sure y'all saw plenty more than I have. Yeah, there's a fish right there. Look at that. There's another one. Yeah, cool. I think it's cool. So, but yeah, I'm gonna do the augmented triad first, and then we're gonna go back and do diminished until I get it up to at least 92. That's how low the bar is. Like, we're really trying now. All right, here we go. today. Just in case. That might help. Anyway. Slower, I guess. I don't know. 80. Even though we turned it up, I'm gonna go down now. There we go, we're starting to get it now. It's just not coming out. At this point, I'm getting it. It's just not coming out. I think what's happening is I'm accidentally pushing both when I slide. I'm not sliding all the way, so this is coming up, and that's causing a problem. This just means the air is not coming out right, and that's also why I did this a minute ago. That was that sound. That's why. Off of my face. Stupid bugs. Go on. Shoot. We're gonna probably practice this one tomorrow or after tomorrow. That was gonna bother me. Maybe we'll do the diminished with the diminished. So, actually, we are gonna do that. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna save that one for tomorrow. We're gonna end right at an hour today. Pests. Go on, stupid bugs. I don't want to stop here, but I'm really, really frustrated, and honestly, I don't want to do anymore. What we're going to do is we're actually going to move that one tomorrow as well because I'm already frustrated. We're going to go ahead and do the major 7 arpeggio because I know that one's going to be easy. So we're going to go and do it. This is what we're going to end on today. I just remembered why they're crawling into my arms, because I popped a pimple there and now it's an open wound. Can't win, these stupid bugs. Why are they bad right now? I'm trying to be done. We're gonna end it at 108. I'll probably work on it some more tomorrow just because why not? All over my face and my leg. There we go. 112. There we go. 116. Off of me. Go. Oh, there's like 4 buzzing around my bug bites on my leg. 4. Like I have a dead animal or something. Oh, horse. $120. And then I'm out of here because I'm tired of these stupid bugs. That's good enough. All right. Thank y'all for watching. I haven't actually shown y'all my analytics in a while. As of today, I'm sitting at 41 subscribers and 462 views in the last month. Well done, you guys. Y'all are doing great. The most viewed practice session so far is now practice session number 2, which was at this point almost 2 weeks ago. No, I was kidding. It was like a week and a half ago. Then the next few, it has 64 views. I should say that. The next one is how to build a saxophone one shot. That was really before my series at 63 videos. Then the intro, the practice session 0 at 54 views. 4th place, we have practice session 4, which was the short one, at 48. And then finally at 5th place, we have practice session 6 with 38 views. So far, 1, 5, and then the last 3, probably this one as well, haven't done so well. That's okay. I'm still getting views. That's really kind of the nice thing about this, is I'm still getting more views than I was. It was really more of an experiment than anything else, and also just a good way to get me to practice. So yeah, I'd be out in the sun as well. It's like a nice little side effect, as I'm getting my vitamin D. I've never been good with the vitamins. I think it's vitamin D though. It might be vitamin C. I don't remember. I think it's D. But yeah, thank y'all for joining me. I'm gonna get out of these stupid bugs and this stupid heat and this stupid humidity. Catch y'all next time, tomorrow, probably. We'll see.